Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time for the May update of my 2024 Rolling 10 Project Pan. Last update, I had the potential to roll in 5 new products to keep the number at 10, and I chose not to do that. Left like a comment kind of explaining. You'll see in the video if you watch it. And I still don't know if I really want to roll anything in, but I do have progress, decent progress on the 5 products I was working on. So let's just get into that. Starting with the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Java. My goal is to finish this, and I used this 21 times since the last update. Now, mind you, this video is going up a week later than it should have gone up. So I did get a little more extra usage out of it, but yeah, 21 times, and it's still not finished yet. So I'll put up the sticky note where I was kind of measuring, and you can see that it has come down a decent amount since the last update, so that is very encouraging. And who knows, I don't think it's going to be done by the next update, but I might have to actually stop using this product before it completely finishes because it broke off in the container, and depending on how I can or cannot roll it up any further, like that'll determine if it's finished by the next update or not. So we'll see how it goes. I've also been alternating between this and the ABH Dip Brow Pomade, which I was using a ton more before I rolled this into this project. And I just didn't want to neglect that product. So I have been, using it more and enjoying it more than this. I mean, I do like this. I think it does a really good job. It's a great product. But for like everyday, like natural brows that look a little bit less defined, depending on what you're trying to do, I do prefer the other one a little bit more than this, but I still enjoy this product. But yeah, that's a long-winded way to say I'm not done with this yet, and we'll see what happens next time. All right, next we have the Makeup Academy lipstick in the shade 205, which has been rehomed into this Bare Minerals eyeshadow container. This one I do want to finish up. I've used this 12 times since the last update, but this is where we're at right now. So the pan is definitely expanding. It is useful in that it does neutralize my lips, but I would not wear this by itself. It washes me out on its own, and I do mix it with other colors. A lot of lipsticks that I have do need to be toned down as well, so it kind of works really well with other shades. So this is still in the project. Next we have the Seal Like Kitten eyeshadow, which my goal was to hit pan on it, and yay, I hit pan on this eyeshadow. So this, I had to use it 9 additional times to hit pan since the last update, and there she is. Super excited. I actually used it 10 times, but yeah, the 9th time is when I actually hit the pan. Looked like I rolled this in February, so it took total 30 times to hit pan on this since I rolled it in. I've obviously had this for many, many years. Like, it is not a brand new product. I have used it off and on intermittently, like throughout the years, and neglected it for a really long time. This one wasn't a super hard formula to hit pan on. It already had some usage in it. It's a little bit dustier. It has, you know, it's not a matte finish eyeshadow, so it had a lot going for it. So that's why I pulled it into the project in the first place. I knew it was going to be a little bit less challenging to hit that goal. So, but I wanted to see some effort on it because it is ancient. So goal achieved. Glad I got to hit a little pan there. So we're excited. We're gonna move that one out though, of course. Then we have the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer. It was like a mini size from some birthday gift from Sephora, and I wanted to hit pan on this as well. I hit pan. How exciting that I was able to get another pan in this update. So that's really, really cool. I only had to use it 2 more times since the last update to actually get to the pan, and then I used it another 2 times after that. So during the project, I was wondering if it was, you know, dark enough. I felt like it was a little too light. I wasn't sure if it was really showing up. Other times I felt like it was like perfect and good enough and blended really nicely. So I still think it's something I want to keep and eventually finish. Maybe towards like the end of the year, I'll probably, you know, try to work on actually finishing this whole entire thing, which, you know, now that I see the pan there, and I know that these small little guys still take a long time, even with pan, and even being a mini size, like it's just, they still take forever, but would be one I'm interested in potentially finishing, like, and using more towards the end of the year after I've cycled through my other bronzer products. So that's exciting. And the last product I had was the Happy Vibes body spray from Bath & Body Works. This was a mini size or travel size body spray, and I finished it. I'm super excited. The last update, it was up to this line right here, I think. Yeah. And nothing more to say. It's gone. Like, I'm super excited because I've had this body spray 4 years. And same with the At the Beach body spray, which I have on my counter right now. That's like my next one that I want to finish up. Well, I don't know if I'm going to finish it this year, but I've had both of them since 2018 when I was pregnant. I remember being pregnant and at the mall and ordering this and that. Don't ask me why I was at the mall ordering these products and not actually buying them through the store itself, because I was already there. I think there must have been a better promotion online and I wanted to smell everything in person. So I think that's why I did that. But anyway, I finished this. I'm stoked because, you know, historically I'm horrible at using up body sprays. If I even get to that, like usually I throw them out at some point. But this is also a mini size, and this is the only fragrance I've been using, and I've been way more liberal putting it on than I normally am with this kind of a thing. Yeah, I would put it on after my shower, beginning of the day, maybe midday, and not, you know, being very conservative about it either. So that did help me use it up, but it wasn't like I was forcing it or hate panning it or anything. It felt very natural to do that. So yeah, I'm excited. I really, really am. And now I can focus on my other summer body spray, and excited about that. So yay, like I'm really happy about this empty because again, it's super old. So that's exciting. All right, so this part of the video, I'm just gonna talk about like what's going on with me and makeup these days. It's gonna be a little chatty. Sorry if it's kind of all over the place, but it's just, I don't really have like a script here that I'm following. But the reason why I'm not pulling makeup in, and I kind of mentioned this in my last video under the comment section, I'm going through a transition and kind of learning what I want out of my makeup these days on a day-to-day basis. And I'm learning that, at least in this season, I don't like wearing a lot of makeup, obvious visible makeup every day going to work. I still use base products, bronzers, yeah, natural looking like lip color. I do plan on doing more obvious makeup looks, maybe if I'm going out, or maybe even if it's like fall or winter, like, but right now it just feels for me a little bit like out of place for like where I work and what I do and my environment. I mean, I'm not saying let your environment like dictate everything you do. And if you enjoy wearing makeup, like in more dramatic ways or even like moderate ways, like you do what makes you happy. But I feel more comfortable wearing less of it. That's just where I'm at these days. And that was not always me. I used to wear like very pigmented lipsticks and more obvious makeup, I guess. I was okay with that at one point. Now I'm just kind of scaling back a lot more. So like I said, I do still wear base products like foundation and bronzers, and may or may not conceal, may or may not have a little bit of blush on. I do like to still neutralize my lips with something, but now I'm even considering, you know, wearing lip balm and just lip balm. I don't know, I'm still playing around with that. But yeah, so it makes it really hard to do a project because I don't want to force myself to wear makeup in the first place when I'm trying to steer away from using as much of it on a day-to-day basis. Again, that's the season I'm in right now. Doesn't mean when fall comes around or winter that I'm gonna wanna stick with that because my skin tone changes. Like right now, my skin is starting to go through like that, you know, we're approaching the summer transition and like my skin, you know, has a little bit more of a tan, like I'm outside a little bit more. I'm not like super tan or anything yet. I can get away with not having as much makeup on, you know what I mean? Whereas in the fall and winter when the tan goes away, it kind of feels more organic because there are makeup looks that I do like I love plum colors on my eyes, and there's certain like lip colors that I also love. This kind of depends on the time of year, I think, and what makes sense and what feels right. So it is an interesting thing that I'm finding, and it's kind of been like that for a little bit. I just felt like whenever I did a full face with like darker liners and even just like shimmery plain shadows, it still felt like a lot. And yeah, it's really hard to do a project when you just aren't wearing as much makeup or want to as often. So that's kind of where I'm going with this. It does not mean that I don't want to finish certain things in my collection. There's definitely some things that are showing windowing, like lipsticks that are showing windowing in the tube. And ultimately, yes, I want to finish more products, whatever I'm able to, or hit pan and get great usage on things, but this kind of has to take its own course. And a lot of things I might end up decluttering, and whatever's finished, move on to the next thing. Like, it's not really something I feel like I have to stay on top of as much. And I don't want to force myself to wear makeup these days if that's not what I want to do anyway. Another thing that was starting to happen was I was pulling in like a bunch of lip products because I'm trying to figure out my lip products in a way, but I had too many out on my dresser and it was really overwhelming me. So having less products in my everyday makeup basket is a lot more relaxing for me, and it makes decision making with makeup so much easier. Just having like one blush, one highlighter right now, like maybe 2 to 3 lip products, like one primer, or like however many base products I need to have, but it just looks way too cluttered with too many things there. And I always go through these cycles where maybe I'm pulling in more stuff and then it gets overwhelming, so I clear out a bunch of stuff and then keep that capsule going for as long as I want to. Like, it doesn't have to be a full month. It might be like a few weeks, it might be a few days, and then I switch out something else. So I think that's the way I kind of like to rotate my collection right now, is having a lot less out and kind of swapping things out here and there, but still keeping a minimal amount of stuff in the basket, because otherwise I just decision fatigue. Final word here is that there are products I am trying to use up currently, but I will not be necessarily updating at the moment. I do want to still work on finishing, you know, these 2 products. I don't know how I'm going to update you with that. I don't know if it's just going to be through like a general update of everything kind of video, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, we're suspending this kind of. I'm not rolling any products in. I just have a general plan of what I want to do with my collection, which is use a smaller collection in my everyday makeup basket, finish up what I feel like finishing up if they get finished, or declutter them, or don't do anything and just put things away. And that is where we're at. So I'm really sorry that this isn't, this project isn't quite going where I thought it was gonna go. But again, I'm not totally quitting it. I'm just kind of figuring things out on my own behind the scenes a little bit, and I'm gonna just make maybe an update whenever I feel that's appropriate, or if I feel the sudden urge to pull products in again and continue with this project, I might do that too. And just give general updates on the state of my mind with my stuff and what I'm doing, etc. Thank you for watching and sticking with me through this. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.